All right, guys, welcome back. Day number 33, almost at the end of the month. Although, yeah, we're on the 2nd of February, but who cares? We're a few days over. But day number 30 of these videos. Now, if you want to know, hey, Dom, I'm on your Instagram, on the new one anyway, and you've only got from 25, 26, where are the rest of them? Well, you can thank the person who hacked my account for that. They are on my other profile. The profile is still there, but I'm going to simply say to you, don't go there. Don't encourage that prat of an individual, because they will try to sell you Bitcoin. Simple as that. That's the type of hacker that they are. So how else can you get this? Well, first of all, if you happen to see this on Instagram, and you've also got a Facebook account, or you've got a LinkedIn account, or you're on YouTube, if you go and simply search my name, Dom McStraw, DOMMCSTRAW, you will come across all of these videos. We will have 31 by the time that we're finishing this, but if you're on YouTube, you'll go and find I've got a stack more of those. In fact, there's probably a couple of hundred, or probably over 1,000 or so videos to date on various topics, mostly short little clips of me working out as an old man. But the whole idea of this is to simply show you guys that no matter what age you are still capable, you are still strong, you are still mentally tough, all the stuff that they say you need to be, so they are there. Now, first and foremost, for those of you who are on Facebook, you will obviously find that I've been absent from Facebook for quite a while, and I'm coming back, obviously, as a result of Instagram, and I will be posting a lot more on my personal Facebook profile. So please engage. Like, comment, subscribe, tell a friend, all that type of stuff, but simply get involved, because the whole idea of this was supposed to be social media, not freaking anti-social media. So that's something that I'm obviously learning, and I'm going to share with you with what I know. Now, I don't know everything, but I do know a shitload at 53. I've been here long enough to find out I probably lost more upstairs or forgot more than most people will remember in their lifetime. So that's not a boastful brag, that's just simply age. It's a bit like the old tree. Cut the old tree, there's more rings in the tree, naturally. So, protein forward, we talked about yesterday. Today, we're talking about the palm to plate. Now, what the hell is this? Well, in a world where everyone is talking about losing weight, fat loss, blah, 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 and then people are on their phones scanning barcodes to find out if it fits, what's in it, what's not in it, can I have it, blah, blah, blah. I could think of nothing worse than having my life controlled by a freaking barcode scanner. It's bad enough that I do it at Woolies now and I scan to quickly so I don't have to go through the queues. I scan and go. I scan, I get my shit and I go. It's an efficient thing. This thing of scanning your macros and bits and pieces, I understand for a lot of you out there, it's a good way to start. It's actually for a good way for you to understand what the hell you're actually eating in the first place. Now, palm to plate is my way of saying, don't do that. Get to understand your food. Now, the palm, simple. Again, it's for bigger people, you've got bigger hands. For smaller people, you've got smaller hands. It's a good measure that suits you. I don't know too many gigantic, big, tall brutes of people that have got pissy little hands. And I also don't know too many small people who have got massive hands. So it's almost like a scale in itself. Palm to plate is simply a way for you to simply prep your plate. That's it. So I'm talking protein sources. Now, vegan, pescatarian, meat eater, carnivore, omnivore, paleo, keto, Mediterranean, don't care. It is protein. But basically a protein source is a measure of the protein is your palm. Now, if you look at that there, my palm, that's probably about a good 2 to 3 inches square. Imagine a nice, decent sized beef patty will sit in my palm and it's about 2 centimeters thick. That's what I'm going to simply say is a palm serving, right? It's roughly a deck of cards thick and about the size of my palm. So again, a nice sized beef patty will be a good thing. Now that nice sized beef patty, that's probably going to weigh, in terms of gross weight, it's probably going to weigh about 100 to 150, depends upon how thick and how dense it is, in terms of physical weight. Now, within 100 grams of that patty, you're going to see around 20 to 25 grams of protein. So good rule of thumb, for every 100 grams of, say, lean meats, you're going to see around 20 to 25 grams of protein. And they do differ. Beef versus steak versus lamb, blah, blah, blah. They're slightly different. That same serving size, say as far as chicken is concerned, you're going to probably find the protein's a little bit bumped up, be 25 to 30. Depends upon who is keying in the numbers, but rough rule of thumb, it's around that. So a palm size serving. Okay, just remember that. Now, the next one is a fist. A fist size of veggies. A fist size of veggies, your starchy stuff that's going to help clean your gut, good flora and fauna for the downstairs here to get around, do it, all of its stuff, and help it on the way out also to the fibrous stuff. It's a fist size. Carbohydrates are next. A cup. Imagine if I cupped my hand. For those of you familiar with the, let's say the Sunrise little cups of rice, it's roughly about the same. It's like a cup. That's a cup measure. So a cup measure in my cupped palm would be what I'm looking at as a measure for my carbohydrates. And if I want to go genuinely down the path of a thumb, then the measure of a thumb, i.e. say from here up, that's where I'm going to do, that's my fat serving. That's my fat serving. I'm a dedicated fat serving that I'm going to do. So for example, if I was calling for, say, 3 decent fat servings in a meal, I might take like 3 tablespoons, nice decent tablespoons, right? No, not tablespoon, teaspoon, caught myself. Teaspoon, the smaller one, a nice thick teaspoon. Around 3 of them, say of avocado, would be good to go in a meal if it was just that. And I'm going to spread that throughout the course of the day. So that's the 3 things that I'm going to have a look at, right? So I'm going to mainly have a look at my palm size. I'm going to look at my fist size. I look at my cup size and the thumb size. Typically, a lot of people won't necessarily do that because you know you're going to get some fats in and amongst your other foods, particularly your sources of protein. So unless you're going down the ketogenic path where it is a higher fat concentration and you're going to look for things like nuts, you're going to look for things like your olive oils and bits and pieces, then typically most people won't even use the thumb, right? Now, why do we do that? Because it's pretty simple. If I take a nice, decent palm serving and I say put 2 of them on my plate, I'm at around 50 grams or thereabouts of protein on my plate, okay? I'm then going to maybe take 2 fist sizes of veggies on my plate. Again, it's not going to take a lot. Again, it's a fist. We're not talking a big bowl, it's a fist size. And then I might maybe take a cup of my carbohydrates, or if I'm someone who is requiring a lot more energy because I'm working out more, like I'm actually an athlete, I'm actually going to do stuff, repeated workouts during the day, or I might be on my feet at the construction site across the road. Some of those guys are moving and lifting around some heavy stuff. I might put 2 of them on the plate as well too. So that's how I can simply take the size of my plate's like the size of the old logo they used to have, but basically a nice sized plate. If you can see, I can actually fit that. I can fit that into thirds quite easily. A lot of people will say, take a quarter of your protein, take a quarter of the plate of your carbohydrates, and then fill the other half up with veggies. Look, if that works for you because you want to be more vegetable based, then you can do so. But the reality is, the reason why we do the sort of 2 serving sizes of the palm is because I'm a big believer in being, like we said yesterday, protein forward, prioritizing my protein as my building block coming in, because it's going to do a few things. It's going to satiate me, it's going to do bits and pieces. Yeah, the things like the big fiber stuff, like eating a big bowl of salad or a whole lot of veggies, you might find that that might work for you for after a while, but it'll be broken down, it'll be digested a little bit quicker than my protein will be, and you might find that later on in the day, if you're doing that, you might find that you're a little bit more hungry and you will start to look for the snacks. Whereas if you are eating the right sizes of protein, that won't do it. Now, for you, what's your specific needs? Well, look, I'm going to offer you right here today. If you comment below down this on palm to plate, and you are happy to share with me your age, sex, what you identify as. Now, I'm joking, simply male or female. What is your age? What is your weight? What is your height? What is your current weight? And then ideally, what is your goal weight? Because at the end of the day, we're looking to do that. Some people may be looking to add a bit more size because they're going to go into a comp, for example. Then what I'll simply do for you is this. I will go into my micronutrient calculator. that I use. I won't tell you who it's with, and I'll produce for you your palm to plate version of what it looks like, how many total serving sizes in a day. I did this for a guy the other day. Shout out to Phil, and he was looking for 11 of these sizes in a day of protein, because we're trying to get some stuff ready, not trying to drop a massive amount of weight, but we're trying to also help him do a bit of body recomp as well too. So he wants to keep or preserve the lean muscle mass that he currently has. He's quite tall and athletic, so he wants to preserve that. He wants to hit a number for a particular point in time, but he doesn't want to let go of the stuff that he's worked to. He just wants to dial in some of the other things in his life. And we're going to do that through a bit of a body recomp, and also too, it ties into the fact that whilst he might prefer a particular way of getting his cardio in, he can't do that for a variety of reasons at the moment right now. So we're working alternate ways around that, and the body recomp with a higher protein load is going to help him do that. So from me to you, palm to plate, it's pretty simple. Anyone can do it. It's pretty simple, right? We'll talk about rules of three later on. We'll do that. But if you want to know a little bit more, please comment below. Simple as that. You want to have a conversation? Yeah, am I a nutrition coach? Am I a dietitian? Bits and pieces? No, I don't need to be all those things. I just need to be a common sense person to simply help you show that this is the way forward. And if you then want to go into spend money with a dietitian and nutritionist and all those types of people and spend stacks of money, they're just going to tell you the same thing, unless you've obviously got a particular medical condition that you need to deal with, then they are the people that you're going to go to. But rule of thumb, most of us PTs that have been around long enough tend to know a lot of stuff. Don't necessarily need a 4-year university degree to do that, but also to, like anything, you take what I give you with a grain of salt and you do your own research. What works for me, what works for Phil or Chris or Kathy or anyone else out there is not necessarily going to work for you. So therefore we work on that. It's an iterative process. It's why I don't do the 7, 14 and 28 day stuff while we all plan in a long game, because I want you to do this, see what happens. Do you go up? Do you go down? Is it dialed in? If you're eating this way and your weight hasn't changed, your activity level is pretty much the same, then we know that you're hitting the minimum requirements that your body needs. If you are slowly losing a little bit of weight, and that's a good thing for you, then we know that we're slightly underneath that. If you are trying to maintain some performance in bits and pieces and you'll find that you're putting on a little bit too much weight, then again, we can dial in a palm, a cup, or a fist quite easily and get you through. That's it. Palm to plate, not rocket science, but it's also not difficult for you and I to simply try. Day number 30. Tomorrow we're back with the final day. Back on Facebook. Guys, please like, comment, please share, tell friends, do whatever. You'll see more annoying shit from me, videos of me doing workouts, and if you don't like them, then that's easy. And my simple conversation, my reminder to you would be to unfollow and unfriend and go about your day, and I wish you all the best. Peace.